We've got a story here about Roman Abramovich's tax evasion scheme, which we reported on a few months ago. But the Cypriot tax authority has filed criminal charges over Roman Abramovich's Sham yacht rental scheme with the aim of recovering more than 25 million euros in tax dodged by the oligarch's company. An indictment was filed last week against former directors of Blue Ocean Yacht Management, the Cyprus-based company at the heart of the arrangement that enabled the oligarch to falsely claim huge tax exemptions on his fleet of luxury yachts. It involved a complex setup in which Abramovich's superyachts, owned via a set of companies in the British Virgin Islands, were rented out to Blue Ocean, which in turn leased the yachts to another set of BVI companies. These appeared to be independent companies, but were actually owned by one of Abramovich's offshore trusts. This allowed the superyachts to be classified as commercial vessels, exempting them from EU taxes. In fact, Abramovich was effectively hiring the boats from himself. The upcoming case in the latest development in a years-long saga between Blue Ocean and Cyprus government over the tax bill. In 2012, the Cyprus tax authorities began pursuing the company for unpaid VAT, and last year, despite having lost its case in the country's Supreme Court, Blue Ocean was simply dissolved without paying the multi-million euro tax bill. In June, after our investigation, this is the investigation by the International Federation of Journalists, the investigation prompted outcry from MPs. The tax commissioner obtained a court order to reinstate the company so the unpaid bills could be claimed and charges filed. Lawyers for Abramovich have previously denied any allegation that the billionaire was aware of or responsible for any scheme to evade taxes. So there's a lot of information in there. Effectively, what was happening is the yachts were being used, that system that we described, where the yachts were being leased to another company and then they were being rented by another company. The reason why they do that, you don't have to do that to not pay duty. The biggest bills that a yacht's going to pay is refit work and fuel bills, right? Especially a yacht the size of Eclipse. So what would normally happen is, let's say you are in the south of France, which is where Abramovich used to spend all summer. His yacht Eclipse used to sit in Juan-le-Pin almost all summer. So if your yacht's down there and you buy fuel, you can still avoid paying duty on it, but you have to leave the EU before 60 days. Because the vessel is registered in the Cayman Islands, or in the case of Eclipse, it used to be registered in Bermuda. So you're not a EU, it's not an EU registered vessel. Therefore, once you leave, you don't pay duty, but you have to leave within 60 days. You only have to leave for maybe 48 hours, then you can come back in. But that was an inconvenience, obviously. And they decided to do this. So, like I said, to avoid paying the duty, you just simply have to leave within 60 days, and then you can come back after a couple of days. But if your company is a charter company, then you can avoid paying those duties because you're a charter company and you don't have to leave. So that's it seems to be the reason why they were doing that. And like I said in the article here, when they lost their appeal, they just dissolved the company. And that would seem to be the end of it. But obviously, when this story came out, there was a public outcry. So they've reinstated the company, which the people who ran that company had dissolved, and now they've filed charges against that company, and they're going to try and claim that 25 million euros back. Hi, thanks very much for watching this video. If you want to see the full news videos, click on the link over here. And if you'd like to find the channels, you can find the links below here. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.